funny if like they had a postseason tournament where they're like, since we have so many Bulldog names, like we need to narrow it down to one. So whoever wins gets to keep their name. You'd see the best basketball of your life. There's going to be some crazy shit. People are going to bet Eastern Washington, they lose by 10. And people are going to be like, oh my God, this team sucks. Or like Montana State blows a game and people are like, what the, the Big Sky's trash.
I feel like I just can't take you seriously. And at the same
program.
time, yeah, it's like I simultaneously can't take you seriously and I'm extremely interested in everything that you have to say.
That's good. That's what we need out of this stream. Okay, is that like inertia or something? There's like a
moving water requires colder energy to freeze. I can go call my mom. My mom literally lives on a river in Wisconsin.
What do we call that? Boots on
ground. Yeah. Okay, so you've got your mom's house on the under, and you've got life savings on UNLV. What else? What else can we wager? Future Kids College Fund. I mean, yeah. Well, so we're gonna double up, right? So we're gonna parlay the house and the life savings, and then we're gonna roll that through on something.
Told you we always been ready. I don't need people that's petty, that weigh on me heavy while I'm being steady. I need a record with Felly. We get it bouncing like Betty's. I feel like I'm Nelly. Don't bring the beef like a deli. It's leaving I levy. No sleeping on me like I'm Freddy. Chris Breeze, how I do. Hit him with the moves. Left hand step back, ballin' like I'm Coos. All faith, God's plan, you just gotta choose. God slaps, nothing left to prove. Y'all gotta leave me alone. Lately I've been in my zone. Told them no cap like I fitted, but lately the flows have been straight off the dome. I feel like I'm MVP, like my name Patty Mahomes. If it ain't about money, don't hit on my phone, cause lately I've been in my zone.
Hello, welcome to the Cowboy Show, hosted by Ben Carey and Nick Gronerad, combining expert human opinions with cutting-edge simulation models to help you arrive at the best picks each week. Inside Edge Community. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's stream. We've got as many mustaches as NFL teams playing today. This was a complete accident, by the way. Ben and I did not plan this, but yes, we are.
Movember.
We are the Movember Stash Brothers. I was telling Ben, I was like, I was surprised. I think me showing up on stream, first stream of November with the mustache was probably like minus 130 or something. Ben popping up with the mustache, probably like plus 300.
Yeah, I would say so.
At least.
Yeah, it's good value there.
Yeah, good value. Congratulations if you hit that. Congratulations also if you did a little two-leg SGP on over 0.5 mustaches for both of us, because that cashed. So we've got Thursday Night Football kicking off NFL Week 9, the week that marks the halfway point in the season. Ben, how are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good. It's not. You know what? The last few days were pretty cold, but today's actually it's been I'd say warm.
It's been beautiful. It's 65, sunny, a couple clouds in the sky.
Nick, who tweeted this? It's an NFL player. No lie, Buffalo colder than a penguin ass out here, Lord.
Is that like Antonio Brown?
No.
That sounds like something Antonio Brown would say.
But why would he be in Buffalo?
Because Antonio Brown is everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
That actually is a really good way to sum up Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
But
so
it's
who was it? Who tweeted that?
Leonard Fournette.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense too, because he just signed with the Bills.
Yeah. Apparently, like, you want to talk about glazing, Nick. Like, people are glazing him.
Who brought up glazing?
Who brought it up?
You're looking at me like, Nick, you want to talk glazing?
No, I'm just
nod, wink, wink.
I got on Twitter and I'm like, why is everyone talking about Leonard Fournette? And then I saw like a picture and they're like, oh man, look at his legs. I'm like, you guys need to touch grass.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you're looking at his legs, you're close to touching ass at least. No.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. You're like on the. I thought you said touch ass. I said touch grass, not Leonard's.
Anyways, but yeah, it's an interesting move for the Bills. I mean, James Cook has been fine, but not. I don't know if it's like a usage thing or if it's a. I don't know that it's like a talent thing.
It could be some.
He's been fine. He's been efficient.
I think it could be depth because didn't who got hurt for them?
I don't know. I mean, I know they have Latavius Murray, but I think him and James Cook are both healthy.
Oh, was it Damian Harris?
Oh, Damian Harris might have got hurt.
Yeah. So
That could do it.
yeah. Anyways,
so let's talk some football. So we got again Titans and Steelers. We got a poll up for the side and total in this one. First of 5 polls that we're running. So we're looking at Steelers -3 at home here, Titans +3 on the road. Over or under, sitting at 37. Everybody, be sure to get your votes in. Let us know what you like. Also, if you have not said hello, have not said what's up in the chat, be sure to do so. Let's do a little roll call. We have a couple sub bangs actually coming in while the intro was rolling. We have Heisenberg coming in with the Twitch Prime for 17 months. And Jay Ballin coming in with the Twitch Prime for 11 months. Thank you to both of you for the subs, for using your Twitch Prime here. We also got West by God in the house. We've got Deadly Vaughn. That's what that is. I don't know why that 3 caught me off guard so much.
this is a stage name, Nick.
Yeah, I know. I was like D3 Adlivon. I was like,
That would be the first time Nick's done that. Like Nick will be like CB, or he'll be like CBKN Ites 23.
Yeah. What is what is CBK Knights? No, is it
Yeah.
CB Knights? Like, I don't know. No.
Yeah.
Also, CB Knights just said WTF. What are we what the fucking at? I need to know. Also,
Could be the stashes.
well, no, but it was while the intro was rolling.
Oh,
I mean, it could have just been the intro. Caught him off guard.
yeah.
Didn't know it was an intro. But yeah, I said, what happened to Data? Data, I'm sure Data's around. I think he pops up in the Bucket chat from time to time.
I think Data has like 4 kids.
He does.
Right?
He's a busy man.
I mean, 1 kid, man. I mean, 2 kids, 3, 4.
Yep. I see we got West by God again in the house. How is it going? We got Heisenberg, the GOAT. We got Pick 6, another GOAT. Always ready to talk glazing. Sure. Also, yeah, W. Heisenberg's Bank Fraud Protection Department.
Wait, what happened exactly?
Oh, his bank got mad at him when he gifted us a bunch of subs.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, I mean, at least the bank's doing its job, I guess.
Yeah, that's
sort of.
why it was like an unironic W. I would venture.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So Ben, you were saying beforehand, a little bit of trouble coming up at the side here.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking?
So the reason why I think I'm having trouble with picking a side here is because I feel like Levis is like, there's just so much variance with him headed into this game because he's coming off a really good game. Like, he looked really good. Like, you want to talk about... Oh, yeah, I got to put on the big hat, too. Where is it, by the way? I'll put it on after I...
How is
do
that
my
going to work
spiel
with
here.
your headphones?
Man, we're really going to... I don't know. That's a great... We're going to find out, Nick. So, yeah, he looked really good. And in our betting guide, Nick, NFL betting guide, I talked about it. I said, like, I think this was a really good pickup because if we recall, like during the college football season last year, he wasn't really like a highly touted draft pick, but then he kind of made some late steam, and then all of a sudden it was like, could he go number 1? I don't think he was ever going to go number 1, but he dropped, and I think the talent was there, and then his girlfriend, I think, left him. I don't know if those two things are correlated or not.
I mean, honestly, if I was dating somebody who put mayonnaise in their coffee, I don't know if I could do it. Like,
but to be honest,
they could be like the nicest, sweetest person in the world. You're a psychopath if you put mayonnaise in your coffee.
I mean, I'll put mayonnaise in my coffee right now if we get 100 live viewers.
Oh, I'll do that too.
But she might have known he was a little weird to begin with, but anyways, yeah, he looked really good. I mean, deep ball wise, throwing some darts out there. The question though is, like, Nick, that's one game, and also he kind of came in. He didn't start the game, so I don't know if Atlanta was kind of like caught off guard. It was Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they were just caught off guard. They're like, holy shit, this guy can kind of ball, right? But now, as far as this game goes, it's a short week, and the Steelers, I think they're going to
Also,
kind of be.
he did start last week.
I thought Malik.
Okay,
Malik.
well, Malik Willis might have technically started. It was Will Levis was always the quarterback.
Okay, so going into it, it was like he's the starter.
Yeah, they might have like run a weird play with Malik Willis. Yeah, Malik Willis came in for the 4th snap and fumbled.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, so he did.
It was Will Levis's game, and
so
something that I want to bring up here, and this is a point that we make a lot, and I'm actually a little surprised that you haven't brought it up. But with something that we see a lot in football, whether it's the NFL or whether it's college football, is if you have a team with a new quarterback coming in, making their first career start, that team very often overperforms in their first game with that quarterback because there's no film. Oh, Ben can't hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can hear you still.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. Hold on. Hold on. I almost got it.
There we go.
Okay, sort of.
Sort of. I mean, maybe like one ear.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so we see it all the time. When you have a new quarterback comes in, there's no film on the quarterback, and the defense just doesn't know how to prepare. And it's offense it's advantage for the offense, it's advantage for the team that has the new quarterback coming in. And then in the second game with that guy, there's film, right? The defense has a chance to prepare. They know the looks, they know the tendencies, they know who the guy likes to go to. And we see a lot of those times the team facing the quarterback making their second start has a lot of success. And the guy who had a great start the first time kind of struggles in the second start. So for that reason, I'm kind of leaning with the Steelers in this game. I like Will Levis. I think Will Levis has a pretty bright future in front of him. I was impressed. But for me, it's got to be the Steelers +3 or -3.
Yeah, I hear you on that, but man, he did look like really good though.
He did. I'm not arguing with that at all.
I just don't want to get caught with my pants down, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing this narrative theory that I usually always do, and then all of a sudden I'm like, people are gonna be like, yo, why'd you bet against Will?
I feel like this would be like the ultimate time for you to go do it though.
I know, just because we're buying so. Well, we're basically selling high on him.
Although at the same time, it doesn't really feel like selling high with Steelers -3.
Yeah, because of the spread.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is essentially saying closer to pick 'em on a neutral. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I guess
line,
that feels kind of fair.
Yeah, and Heisenberg makes a good point. It is a short week, but we'll talk more about the film because I actually think that what he did, on film, there are a few things where, and if he does what he did, from like kind of a tendency standpoint, I think the Steelers can scheme really well against what he did. But we'll talk about that in the passing market.
Yeah. So, do you have anything here, or are you going to throw up a fade?
You know what? I'm actually going to go with Titans. I do agree. Because
wait, that's disagreeing.
No, sorry, Steelers. Sorry, I was reading Titans on the screen there. I'll go with the Steelers here. Yeah, it's a lean. I'm not betting this.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. I'm staying away with my actual money with a 10-foot pole. Not something I want to be touching at all.
Do you ever play that video game with the snowboarders? I think it was like SS Tricky or something.
Yes, those were so much fun.
I feel wasn't there a character like he had like a hat and like he was a DJ?
Could have been.
I feel like I'm him right now.
You know what you look like right now, Ben? You look like, especially like with the way that you're holding your hand up like this, you look like you're like a Secret Service agent. And like your eyes are covered. We can't see your eyes right now, so it's like you're kind of in disguise, but like everybody knows exactly who you are, so you're not actually in disguise.
That's one way. I thought you were gonna say like a DJ or something.
You could be a DJ too. What's your DJ name?
I think DJ Big Cap. Nice and simple.
DJ. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. DJ Heisenberg says DJ Blippy. What the fuck does Blippy mean?
I gotta look up. There was like a sandwich shop called Blippy, wasn't there?
It was Blimpy,
Blimpy?
I think. Yeah.
DJ. What was it? SS Tricky?
Yeah. DJ. You could just be DJ SS Tricky. I don't know.
No, that guy's.
You can be whatever you want to be. Okay.
I think I might be thinking of another because that dude's black and I'm not black. So.
Yeah, no, actually, you know what? You know who you are? You're DJ Moose Piss.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Because that's the joke that Trent always makes.
Moose Piss.
Yes.
Okay,
You're
I gotta
listening
take
to
this off.
99.7 The Piss.
I need to get a haircut too. My hair is so long right now.
Yeah. As long as you don't cut your mustache.
Yeah, exactly. My barber's gonna be like, "Oh, that's
Ben,
interesting."
honestly, this is just like progression in Ben's dad story arc.
Yeah, that's very true.
Is the mustache? You're just like
Yep.
Ben's gonna be out like 6 a.m. on Sunday, mowing his lawn, saying howdy
With the
neighbor
mustache.
with the
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah, what were you
That's-
guys grilling last night?
Yeah, it's like we live in an apartment. We're grilling. Like, why are you mowing the lawn?
Yeah, that's nice of you. They're not paying you, but
That's like the ultimate. That's the ultimate dad arc. Is like you're mowing the lawn,
that
but
is-
it's just like public property. It's not even your
yeah,
lawn.
you you're like, "Oh, I got a fine, but it's fine."
Yeah. All right. So it looks like Ben and I kind of in agreement that the Steelers are the move here, although maybe a little bit of a sketchy game. Chat voted for the Titans and the under. So kind of on the opposite side. I think that the under is actually where I'd lean here also as far as total goes. But 37 is low.
It is low. I mean, 28-10. You lose. You loser.
28-10 and you lose by 11 points. 18-10 and you I guess no, that's not how math works. That you win that. All right, so we got some more new faces in the chat. What's up, Paulie? How's it going? What's up, Scrunch? What's up? I saw we got Carly in the chat earlier. All right, Ben, are you ready to move along to passing props?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. DJ Moose Piss. Let's see what we got. Also, what's up, Doodle Knight? Chat, what we need from you is your favorite passing props in today's game. Could be a Kenny Pickett prop, could be a Will Levis prop. We're looking for over-under passing yards, over-under completions, attempts, longest completion, interceptions, touchdowns thrown, anything like that. For Kenny Pickett, for Will Levis, we'll take up to 5. Put them in a poll, see what the community likes. I see Doodle Knight says Levis interception.
That's like minus 140, I think.
I see Run Forrest Gump also on Levis pick. Synchronicity says Levis under 304 yards minus 110. If that was the number, that would be awesome. But I don't think that's the number. I think it's
204.
204, yeah. Lot of people on Levis to throw a pick.
Yeah, why is that so popular?
I don't know. Are there like Twitter people on that?
I have not seen it before.
Yeah. Oh, also, I see Pick 6 has a fantasy question. Do I start Hopkins over Puka or Olave?
Who do the Rams play again?
Rams are playing. I don't know if the Rams play the Packers.
Packers?
That's right. Yeah.
Man, dude, Puka's been just continually tearing it up. I mean, Cooper Kupp had a kind of bad game last game, so.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of have to start Puka. Maybe Hopkins over Olave. I mean, Hopkins has been pretty bad, but him and Levis looked like they had a connection. Although at the same time, I don't think Hopkins actually had that many catches. It was just like all of them went for touchdowns.
Did he only have 4? We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, but he had 3 touchdowns and like 3 or 4 catches last week, which is wild.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just grab some more passing yards props and put them in the poll since everybody likes Will Levis to throw a pick and nothing else. So let's see. So Kenny Pickett is at, we'll call it 215.5. Poll is up. Get your votes in. Let us know what you like. What is going to join the Titans +3 and the under as Chats leans in this game? Okay, so Ben. Oh, I guess I'll talk about my fantasy question when we get to rushing props. But remind me, because it involves multiple players in today's game.
Okay, I will.
So it's relevant to the discussion. So what are you on as far as passing props go?
Okay, so I want to break down Will Levis and his last game, of course. So he had 29 attempts, 238 yards. He was 19 of 28 or 29, four touchdowns, no interceptions. So pretty solid game.
Oh yeah.
If you look at like the distribution, it was pretty skewed, and it was either he was going deep or like going super short. He had 7 attempts over 30 yards, and actually
like air yards.
Air yards, yeah, and actually closer to 7 over 35 if we want to just bump it up. So a lot of deep shots. Of course, those are Hopkins. I think maybe Traylon had one, and then what's his face?
Westbrook Ikine.
Yep, I think he had one too, and then he had 9 air yard attempts that were between 1 and 10 yards, and then 8 behind the line of scrimmage. So a lot of dump downs. So the question is, if we think that's gonna be what we see tonight, like what's the best way to attack kind of that thought process? Or do you think that the Steelers know that this is coming now, so maybe they scheme and say, hey, Will, if you want to beat us, you're gonna have to like do some more intermediate routes, more precision. Not to say he wasn't precise with those deep balls, but like maybe we'll let you have the short passes, but we're going to play maybe a little deeper and apply some pressure.
Yeah, so I think that there's a couple different ways that you can approach it. And so one thing is, if you think that the Titans are going to continue to fire the ball down the field, like a longest passing completion over could be a good look. Or conversely, if you think the Steelers are going to try and are going to be successful in taking that away, an under could be the move. I wouldn't want to touch an under, because if he's throwing 7 balls, 35 plus yards down the field, like you're probably going to catch one. You don't take that many deep shots if you're not completing them.
Or you're down.
Yeah, or you're down. The thing that makes it tough, though, as far as like yards and attempts and completions goes with Levis is how much are they actually going to be throwing the ball. So a lot of shorter passes is good for completions, and like you said, he threw a lot of those. Like Okonkwo had like 4 catches last week. Derrick Henry had 4 catches. Tajay Spears had 3 catches. That's like a lot of kind of easy passes, and I think between those 3 guys, there were only 2 incomplete passes targeted to those 3 guys. So that kind of makes you feel like completions are the move. But at the same time, even with all that, he only had 19 completions.
So Nick, you know how I was talking to you earlier before you hopped on about some of these like inverse correlated type plays here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is going directly against the chat poll selection, but I think looking at something like him under 240 or sorry 204 and then over completions.
Yeah, it could be something like that. I'm nervous that they're going to be running the ball a lot, which is maybe under yards, but I'm very apprehensive to take like an over completions over yards for Levis.
Yeah.
And I have the Steelers covering this game, but I don't think they're going to like blow them out to the point where the Titans can't do anything other than just pass the ball the whole game.
Mm-hmm. I'm leaning under Nick.
All right.
His passing yards.
All right. So we got Levis under. 204
because
for Ben.
The chances of him completing, like, cool, he could get 1, maybe 2, but I just don't think he's going to have another scenario where he has 4 plus over 40 yards completions. I just think that even with the dink and dunk stuff which I expect him to do, I don't think it's going to get there.
Yeah, that's fair. It's such a low number.
It is very low.
So I've got a passing prop actually for Kenny Pickett. I like his under passing attempts at 31.5. So it's a low number for an attempts prop. I think both quarterbacks actually have quite low numbers. Pickett is at 31.5 or 30.5 at some other books, and Levis is at like 29.5. which
Yeah.
is kind of wild. But I think this is a game where both teams are going to come out and just try and run the ball a lot. I think for better or for worse, we see a lot of Derrick Henry. We see Tajay Spears getting a little bit more involved than he was last week. And then on the Steelers side, I think it's a lot of Najee Harris. It's a lot of Jalen Warren. So give me Kenny Pickett under attempts. I think even if the Steelers lose, again, I think this is going to be a close game. So I'm not worried about blowout factor coming in and quarterbacks going out and just chucking the ball down the field 50 times.
Yeah.
Also, I
agree.
I think Pickett's only hit this number like twice this year.
Yeah, unless they're down by 2 scores, it's not going to turn into like a 4 or 5 wide situation. So
Yeah,
I like that look.
yeah, it's one of my favorite plays today. All right, so let's move along into the receiving prop market, where I know Ben has some stuff that he likes. I have some stuff that I like quite a bit as well. So, chat, what we need from you is your favorite receiving props of the day. So we're looking for anybody over under receptions, receiving yards, longest reception. We'll take the save the touchdown props for the end. I guess we also have ad break in progress, so nobody can hear me. Let's go like this. Ready? Announce. Give me. Actually, I'm not gonna do it because now, by the time that's on, the ad is gonna be done. But yeah, favorite receiving props in the chat. I'll take up to 5. Put them in the poll, and we'll see what we got. So we've got Derrick Henry over 1.5 receptions. Prop that I was on last week, anticipating Levis to do basically exactly what he did, and it paid. So we got Alex on Chig Okonkwo over 2.5 receptions. Synchronicity has Deontay Johnson over 58.5 yards, coming off of a week where he really got like all of the volume in the passing game. It was a ton of Deontay Johnson. It was like no George Pickens, which was a little weird. It actually makes me super apprehensive, kind of, I guess, leading into some of this discussion, but to bet anything in the Steelers passing game, aside from Pickett. All right, so I'm going to run the poll with those 3 options. Also, Synchronicity, aka Ben's dad. Have you ever seen Ben with a mustache before? We need the father's opinion.
My dad back in the day had a pretty good mustache.
I could definitely see your dad with the mustache.
Yeah.
But I need to know, is this the first time you've ever seen your son with the mustache?
Wait, can I play for the Yankees?
Yeah.
I can, but the stash is good. It's just like the beard, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, stash is good. All right, so let's talk about the Steelers. So I see we've got Deontay Johnson in the poll. It's been kind of weird the last couple of weeks with Deontay Johnson back. So last week Deontay Johnson had like 13 targets. He had
13, man.
14
They were really
targets,
throwing him the ball.
8 catches, 14 targets, 85 yards. George Pickens had 1 catch for 22 yards. And I think only 1 target. Oh, no, he had 5 targets. But the 1 reception, 22-yard touchdown. I find it really tough to bet either of these guys. Both of their numbers are like mid to high 50s.
Yeah.
Are you kind of feeling the same way?
Yeah, because I'm personally leaning to Pickens to have a better game, but it's one of those situations where I feel like I'm going to get caught up if I try to bet on Pickens and then Deontay Johnson has another big game, or it's the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much speculation. It just feels like I'm kind of flipping a coin. So I'm probably going to stay away from both of those guys.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Also, would you start George Pickens in fantasy this week?
Over.
So I have 2 other receivers that I can start. I have a million running backs, but none of them are better than the receivers. So the other options are Gabe Davis and Demario Douglas. I am super high on Douglas. I'm like a little hesitant to throw him into the fire immediately.
Well, the other thing to think about is, never mind. Why am I thinking the? I'm thinking the Bills play the Broncos, but that's after the bye. So scratch that. I was like, well, Sertan's going to be on Diggs, so
Yeah, Bills are playing the Bengals.
Yeah.
Douglas gets a very bad Commander secondary.
yeah. I think you should just go with your gut on that one.
Chat, what do you think? If running polls wasn't like part of the show, I would run a poll. But we need to be running other polls.
It's a dictatorship, though, Nick.
It is a dictatorship, and the dictator says we're just gonna run the polls that we have to run. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling Bench and Pickens. I honestly kind of want to put in Demario Douglas.
Deontay Johnson.
That's what my gut is telling me. And now I'm gonna bench Pickens, and he's gonna have like 80 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you honestly you can't win, Nick.
No,
I've been in this position, especially at Thursday night games. It's so tough because you're like, I want to watch them, but
yeah. All right. So chat voted for Deontay Johnson over 58.5 yards, coming off of a big game. But Ben, you and I are in consensus, staying away from Steelers props. We're looking for a Titan. And who on the Tennessee Titans are you angling to bet today?
it's got to be Chiga Okonkwo. And Nick, you know what's funny is I feel like we were on this train like super early last year, and then we just kind of got off of it. But
talking about Okonkwo?
Yeah, I feel like we had some props where people are like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Oh yeah,
and I think he came through for us. So going back to what I was saying about Levis, I feel pretty good about this prop. They targeted him, I think, was it 7 times last game?
No, he had 5 targets last game.
Oh, he had 5. So did he have 4 catches for 5?
Yeah, he had 4 catches on 5 targets for like 25 yards or something like that.
Yeah, and 3 of those were, I mean, close to 5 yard or less, like air yards, just little dink. There was one where he blocked and then just kind of rolled out and caught it at the line of scrimmage. He did have one catch that I think was like 12 yards.
Yeah, his longest was 12.
Yeah, but it was just one of those games where I think he was like the safety valve, and he also used Henry and Tajay Spears a few times in that same role, more so like just like swing routes. So I think we're only asking for 3 catches. I mean, not a lot. I will say it is starting to get kind of juiced, but you could still find it at minus 130 on FanDuel. I think that's a good number still.
Yeah. Also, so is that price correct? Because if you're looking on the unabated dashboard, there's like mad delay with like FanDuel and Caesars.
Let's see here. What do you see?
Oh, I mean, if it's on the dashboard, I think that's what I was seeing earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to double check too.
There was another prop that they had that was like 60 cents off of whatever the line was.
Let's take a look right now just to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to FanDuel. So receiving props, and it
also,
is...
while you're looking, there's a couple other props that I think are pretty interesting that the chat said. So Mikey says Derrick Henry 12.5 receiving yards, and J Ball says Kyle Phillips, also the Titans, over 7.5 receiving yards. But what is
I've heard Phillips is kind of like a sneaky play. It is still 2.5 minus 130.
Nice.
Okay. Also, what was going on with Treylon Burks last game? He just had 2. Was it just that they got out to a lead and then just Hopkins was open every play? Well, not every play, but he was open downfield quite a bit.
Guess, and it's also just weird, right? When you have a rookie quarterback or any kind of new quarterback coming in, there's just different guys that they have connections with.
Yeah.
And maybe for whatever reason, Treylon Burks and Will Levis just don't have the same kind of chemistry that Treylon Burks and Ryan Tannehill had. And it's not like Treylon Burks was really lighting the world on fire. I mean, I'm not going to call him a bust, but he's been exceptionally underwhelming. He's
not A.J. Brown.
No, he's not A.J. Brown. He's not Antonio Brown. He's not whatever other wide receiver's name.
It was the first game coming back from injury. He injured the knee, I think, against the Browns on September 24th. So I guess we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But again, like you said, like Levis was looking to Hopkins after he got that first catch. It's like, why would I not look at him more? And he threw another deep shot, I think, like the next quarter. So, yeah, Phillips is kind of a sneaky play, but I'm just trying not to overthink it and just looking at Chig, man.
Yep, I like the Okonkwo look. I see we got Elio in the house. Says, "What's up? You think DeAndre Hopkins? Should I start him?" You probably start DeAndre Hopkins, but what are your other options?
Turf toe sucks though, man. I didn't know he actually was going through that.
I don't know that I've ever had turf. What does turf toe feel like?
It feels like, what does it feel? It's really painful. It's like usually in your big toe, and I think a lot of people underestimate it because it's like a toe.
Yeah,
you know,
everybody like hates on toe injuries.
Yeah, people are like,
you
"Oh,
need to
get
be
back
able
in
to
the
fucking
game."
walk, right?
Or people are like, "Suck it up, man. It's just turf toe."
Yeah, try and walk
Yeah,
without straining your toes.
and it's really, really bad when you're a wide receiver because, oh man, I at one time had just like an ingrown toenail nick, and like I literally thought I was gonna die.
Oh yeah, no, that's bad. I've heard.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never had anything that was like majorly bad like that, but I've heard from several people like that sucks.
Yeah. So turf toe, it like doesn't like go away. Especially when you're walking on your foot the whole time. So if he actually has some bad turf toe, I don't want anything to do with Hopkins. I honestly didn't know he had that. But is he probable? It's probably just a probable.
Well, I mean, by
designation.
this time it's announced for sure whether he's in or out.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm sure he's in. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, man, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to deal with him at all.
Yes, maybe that's a reason to stay away.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry receptions, the same prop that I was on last week. I know it's juiced at -150, but I just rather pay -150 for that than -130 for Chig. They probably both hit, but I think they should be basically getting the same number of targets. So give me the guy at 1.5 with a little more juice. All right, let's move along into the rushing prop market. Chat, give us your favorite rushing props in this game. We're looking for anybody over rushing yards, over rushing attempts, over or under longest rush. Anything like that. Again, we'll save the touchdowns for the end. We'll take up to 5 bets and put them in a poll. And Ben, and chat, I have massive running back questions in fantasy this week. I have 4 options that are kind of all boom or bust. So so Travis Etienne on a bye week, and I have Jonathan Taylor starting. I have Jalen Warren. I have Tajay Spears. I have Roshan Johnson, and I have Zach Moss. And I need to start one of those 4.
What was the first one?
Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears. We'll have both backups in this game. Backups. I mean, Spears is backup. Warren is air quotes backup. Moss kind of feels like the safest. Roshan feels like the highest upside, but also the biggest downside.
Zach Moss seems like the safest, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's still getting carries.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I just get both backs against a shit Panthers defense. So I'm kind of leaning Moss.
You're gonna go double up and just.
Yeah, I'm also facing probably the worst team in the league. So it's
I see. So you don't really need
like the highest upside.
Yeah, you don't need Roshan to pop off for 20 points necessarily.
Yeah.
So you're like, who can score 10 points for me here?
Basically.
Yeah, maybe that would actually not be a bad play. Just play Moss. Spears
is probably my number 2.
Yeah, Spears. I would go that if that was my number 2.
All right, so looking for props in this game. Looks like I've got Levis over 10.5 yards from a couple different people, from Alex and from Rofit. We have Najee Harris under 45.5 yards from Synchronicity. We've got Harris under from Pick 6 as well. We've got Spears over 5.5 attempts from Heisenberg. Ilya also picks Zach Moss. Synchronicity says Zach Moss. All right, I think we're going to go with Moss. Let's see. I also put in the Harris under, or the Harris over. And we'll put in the, we'll just run the poll with these 4 options. All right. So poll is up. Get your votes in. Let us know what your favorite rushing prop in this game is. And Ben, what are you on?
Man, I might have to throw up a fade here, Nick. Hate to do it. Hate to do it with the mustache, but I don't know, man.
That's not very stash money of you.
I know it really isn't. Not in the spirit. What about Derrick Henry over yards? Is that just too square?
It's interesting. So I mean, they're definitely going to look to feed Derrick Henry the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of how successful will they be.
So it's like every prop.
Just
Just kidding.
yeah. I sat here and I told you absolutely nothing useful.
Yeah. But no. I think you're onto something. It's more about will he like break one, right? Because if he can get like 1 to 2 runs that like we've seen when he's running downhill, Nick, it's like good luck, right? He makes that one cut. So in a way, I'm like maybe instead of like the yard prop, it's a longest rush. Mm-hmm. But I didn't do enough research on this one where I'm just going to blindly play that. I think it could be a lean of mine, but I don't know. It seems like a game where if they get down, you're going to be like, Henry has 50 yards at half, and then all of a sudden he gets like 6 carries in like the second half, and then maybe they have to, pass it to him or use him more receiving wise. So I don't know.
So Henry longest rush is at 15.5. The thing that I'm worried about, I see Synchronicity saying Pittsburgh run D is suspect, but Cam Hayward, definitely one of the better defensive linemen in the league, is being activated off of IR. He's coming back. He's been out since week 1. And that is definitely a boost to the front 7 for the Steelers. So I'm maybe, I guess, as a tiebreaker on the coin flip, take it from a 50-50 to a 45-55. Maybe leaning negatively towards Titans running backs overs. So what I want in this one is I'm actually taking a Will Levis prop. So his rushing yards is at 10.5. That's sitting in the poll.
Nick's going over.
Looking like it's going to win. I'm going what?
You're going over.
I'm going over rushing attempts.
Ooh.
For Will Levis. Oh, and DraftKings actually moved this number. I wasn't seeing it anywhere else. Let me pull up like Caesars and see if they have it. Because DraftKings was offering this at over 3.5 plus 130.
Wow,
he had 7 last week. And he was a guy who was not afraid to run in college. Not like the best runner ever, but definitely not afraid to run. So let me take a look and see if there is a 3.5 plus money, because it's like 2.5 minus 175 now. I don't really want to play that.
It's 2.5 at 175.
Minus 175, yeah. Which is just kind of gross.
You can eat the juice, Nick.
Yeah, but like, I'm just eating a lot of juice today. I'm like, we should get a Minute Maid sponsor. With how much juice.
This is the juice play of the day.
Yeah.
Nick gives out a minus 350.
Yeah, woo.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, if there's value, there's value.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go with the. No, fuck it. I'll eat the juice. I wanted this at 3.5 plus 130. It's not available anymore. If we streamed an hour ago, it would have been available. But I'll eat the juice. I'll take Levis over 2.5 attempts at minus 175. I think it's a better bet than the yards. Chat voted for the yards. So Levis over 10.5 rushing yards.
Jamba Juice.
Which I also like.
You ever had Jamba Juice before, Nick?
Like once or twice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's one of those things where you're like, ooh, do I want to spend like $12 for a smoothie?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's good. Like if someone randomly is like, hey, I like your stash, do you want to get Jamba Juice? Like, I'll be like, yeah, sure.
Is that W Riz?
I mean, is it Riz on my end or the person who asked?
Yeah, like the person who asked, like if a girl walked up to you and was like, "Hey, I like your stash. Want to get Jamba Juice?"
Yeah, my wife would be like,
Yeah,
"Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, Charlotte would be very confused.
When did you go to Jamba Juice?" And I'll be like, "Nick said I could go."
Yeah. Nick said he liked my stash and invited me.
It's a dictatorship. Yeah, yeah. That's dictatorship. That government does not fly in this household.
Well, you see, that's the thing. It doesn't matter whether it flies or not. It just exists anyways.
That's true. Yeah.
They don't call it a nicocracy or whatever,
Something like that.
I don't know if that's what we should call it. But yeah, what I say goes. All right. So it looks like we like a lot of Will Levis things. Also, what's up, Austin says likes the over rushing yards. Also sprinkled Levis first touchdown, and then says do not recommend it.
That's actually crazy. That's so crazy. I think I kind of like it.
It's the sign of confidence, saying I don't recommend it, but I bet it. All right. So speaking of touchdowns, not looking for a first touchdown score, just looking for an anytime touchdown scorer. Chat, who is finding the end zone today? Give me the player, and please, 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 I am begging you, give me the odds. This is the one thing that I cannot go look up on the unabated odds screen. So let's see what we got from Heisenberg. Tajay Spears at plus 350. We've got DeAndre Hopkins at plus 200 from the guy who just said they bet Will Levis first touchdown.
Well, he did say he didn't recommend it.
True. Synchronicity says Derrick Henry plus 145.
It's a new Twitter handle, Nick. Would not recommend bets.
Yeah.
Just like you're like wouldn't recommend, and you're like it's like the not gambling advice.
Yeah.
Like, what does this mean?
Call it like bets out of 10, and then every bet is a 0.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we got Rofit with the off the wall prop.
There we go.
Steelers defense.
Ooh, little
At
Levis
plus
interception.
700, yeah.
Then I bet his ex-girlfriend's on that prop, Nick.
Um,
I had a really funny joke to make, but
his ex-girlfriend is on Steelers D.
That was basically
the joke. All right, I think our minds we were going to the same spot.
Yeah, it's the Twitter.
Oh,
or sorry, it's the stash, Nick.
Also, Austin says my Twitter name is actually bad betting advice.
There you go.
That's the guy who said don't recommend it. I mean, it's honestly, sense. W honesty, W transparency. I'm here for that. All right, so we're gonna run the poll with these 4 options. Get your votes in. Let us know who is finding the end zone today. Immediately after the poll goes up, Lamb Talk says it was always a Okonkwo, which means the guy who just missed out on the poll guaranteed to hit now.
Show me the slip.
No. So Ben, who do you have today? Who is finding the end zone here?
I think I'm gonna go with Kyle Phillips.
That's a shit wager.
That's off the wall, right?
That is off the wall.
Yeah, and you know what? I really don't have a lot to back this up with, but he does have, I think, 2 red zone targets. We're talking 2. Let me pull this up. The only thing is like Treylon is probably going to be healthy, and I mean, I guess he was in last game, but let's see here. What was his stat line last game? He had 3 for 24 last game, Nick, and I was trying to see if he had any red zone touches.
What are you getting Kyle Phillips at?
Oh wait, am I looking at first touchdown?
I don't think you said a price.
Oh no, I'm right. It's 14-1, so plus 1400.
14-1 on what book?
This is Bet365 has it, and I think, man, this is one of those numbers that's kind of, I wouldn't say all over the place, but it is down to like 950.
It's 700 on Caesars.
Yeah, what the heck, Caesars? Come on.
I'm going to scream it from the top of the hills. Shop around when you're betting touchdowns. And when I say shop around, I mean don't even open up Caesars.
Yeah, it's double what you could find it at.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
All right, so we got Phillips at plus 1400 from Ben. What is George Pickens sitting at on Bet365?
That's a good question. Let's go back here.
I've got
That's
him,
what you're thinking.
Yeah, I've got him at plus 190 on FanDuel.
Let's see. Sorry, I just closed out of it.
That's fine. I'll just call it plus 190.
Hold on. I got it. Touchdown. You want first touch? No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Sorry, they always have it in like these weird spots. He is sitting at plus 187.
Alrighty, so we'll call it plus 190, which is what FanDuel has.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that even though the target volume was kind of low last week, this is a guy who just scores for the Steelers. Of course, I don't have his stats up right now. He's got how many touchdowns? 3 touchdowns in 7 games this year. If we're getting that at plus 190, I'm on board. I mean, it's a tough game to find a touchdown scorer in because the total is 37.
Right.
We're basically expecting 5 touchdowns in this game if there's no field goals. So, I mean, more realistically, like a few field goals and 4 touchdowns. So, I mean, and that's why we're seeing even Derrick Henry coming in at plus 145. Like, you never see Derrick Henry plus 145. Although that did win the poll. All right. So, Ben, what is your favorite bet in this game, and why is it Chig Okonkwo over 2.5 receptions?
Yeah, you nailed it. It's got to be him. Man, I hope we can just hit this in the first half, and then I can just go to bed. No, that would be nice though.
What you're gonna get is it's gonna be like my Trey Palmer prop. You're gonna
where he starts
I had over 15.5, and he had a 15-yard catch on the first play of the game, and then a 0-yard catch on like the third play of the game. And it took until like late in the fourth quarter. You're gonna get back-to-back Chig Okonkwo catches to open the game, and he's not gonna get the third catch until like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I mean, you know what? If I can get 2 in the first quarter, and then I have to sweat it out, I'll take it. But I could see that happening. We'll see. I hope that what we saw last week is somewhat what we see tonight, and I think there'll be a lot of dump downs. So yeah, I'm gonna go with him, and I'd play that up to like 135. It's still available on FanDuel. So
yeah, I think that Okonkwo is a great look. I love that. I'm gonna be on that. But I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry over 1.5 receptions at minus 150. I know we're eating a little bit of juice here, but this is a guy that had 4 targets last game from Will Levis, and it's basically the same reasoning as Ben's prop, right? I mean, Henry had 4 catches, Okonkwo had 4 catches. Will Levis is going to be looking to dump the ball down. Whether the Titans are up, whether the Titans are down, I think that short passing game is going to be heavily involved. And I just say, give me the guy at 1.5 minus 150 as opposed to the guy at 2.5 minus 130. It's basically the same reasoning for both. And I also even think that Tajay Spears at 2.5 plus money is a reasonable look too. Although I would say a tier down from Okonkwo and Henry.
yeah, I've been looking at some Tajay, man. I didn't get there with him yet, but
Yeah, I mean, it's another one of those things, right? Like I feel like we say this every single week, which is it's like talent versus usage. And like we know the talent is there. He's played exceptionally well when he's on the field. He's just playing behind Derrick Henry. And that's exactly what happened to Derrick Henry, right? Derrick Henry came into the league and he like didn't play a ton his first year. He was like behind who was it? It was DeMarco Murray.
what was it? Him
In Tennessee? I think so, yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "What's up with this?" It's like Heisman winner, not doing anything.
He sucks.
Yeah, but then Murray left, and then Henry turned into Derrick Henry that we all know today. Run First Come says no receptions on FanDuel. Do you like Henry at 12.5 yards? I would say probably. I'd probably rather play Okonkwo
Yeah.
than Henry receiving yards. And this, you know what this is going to be? This is going to be like the Darrell Henderson prop that I was on. It's like locked it in at 11.5. I was like, oh, it's at 12.5 now. Do you like it? And like, yeah, he had 12.
Oh, he did, huh? Because fucking Royce kept getting those. There were like 3 carries at the end of the game, and they were all Royce, I think.
Yep.
Royce Freeman.
Or it'll be like Dameon Pierce, where the book that was on was like, oh, we don't have the longest rush, which hit. So like, oh, let me bet the yards, and he was like 4 yards short.
Yep.
That's the way she goes. All right, Ben. Any final words for today? I guess one thing we need to do. We need a pick it twist for the contest this week. So got our submission show coming up on Friday morning. Also, my plan, by the way, everyone, the last couple weeks, everything is like a little bit behind because I was out of town. But we have everything updated. W Intern, W Robbie got everything up for through last week. I need to go in, put in the stream plays, and make sure everything is good. And then hopefully by stream time tomorrow morning, we'll have results through last week. We'll have a cumulative leaderboard that's updated and accurate through the season.
Yeah, and we will both be on tomorrow too.
Yep.
So bring some heat. But we were thinking quarterbacks.
Yeah. How about a rookie quarterback prop? So how many rookies do we have? We have
Stroud.
Yeah, so Stroud, Young, and O'Connell. Is that enough?
Is that it? Yeah, because Richardson is hurt.
Yeah, no Richardson. Oh, on the Vikings, Jaron Hall going to be starting as well.
I thought Dobbs is coming in.
Yeah, they traded for Dobbs, but Jaron Hall is starting.
So Jaron Hall's in.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was one more. No, Taylor Heineke isn't a rookie anymore.
Oh yeah, Badgett on Chicago.
Oh yeah, Badgett. There you go. Yeah, that's enough.
Howell is not a rookie. Howell's in his second year.
Looks like one. Ooh.
No, Howell looks really good.
I know he actually did.
Sam Howell looks awesome. Okay, yeah. So I think that the pick and twist will be a rookie quarterback prop. No other restrictions, just rookie QB prop.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll.
I don't think we need to.
We can play touchdown. You want to play touchdowns? You can play touchdowns.
Yeah, just anything. Yeah, and if you want to play like an interception, sure.
Yeah, and then I'll make a graphic for that. Yeah, but that's 5. So
yeah, I think that's plenty.
Kind of like Badgett, man. He's fun. He reminds me of who does he? Like Cooper Rush, kind of. Just like comes in confident, has a few good outings, and
yeah,
maybe one.
Oh, also there's 6. Clayton Tune is also starting.
Oh yeah, Clayton Tune.
This is the perfect week. It's a shame actually we can't use Thursday games because it would have been 7. That's crazy. 7 rookie quarterbacks starting this week. For 20, and there's 28 teams playing. It's like a quarter of all starting quarterbacks are rookies. And
you also have like Taylor Heineke out there for injury. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting quarterback matchups. That's for sure.
And yeah, it can be anything. It can be anything. You can play anything you want as long as it is one of those guys. It can be a rushing prop too if you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we good to go? Any words?
I mean, should I make a little showdown? I don't know about this. This is a tough. This is a tough
This
game.
slate sucks. It's like for fantasy, it's like
who are you gonna put? It's like captain. It's like who do you even put? Maybe that means it's a good week to do it, Nick.
Maybe.
Like, but who would you put at captain? Honestly,
I literally have no idea.
I have no clue, man.
All right. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Gonna send everyone over to Chelly. Say what's up to him. I think he was.
Oh, he's got that Frosty 5 going on.
Got some Frosty 5 action. Got some Prize Picks World Championships action. Did you tune into that?
Yeah, Trent kind of called me out and was like, "Oh, Capwise hates it," because I said I don't like it. But that's because I like the reception over yards. And
wait,
then finally,
did he call you out on his stream, or did you tune into like the actual Prize Picks?
No, I did when they were like actually submitting it.
Gotcha. Because that was funny. I tuned into that for just like 5 minutes.
Were they all on? Like all the
Yeah, it was.
people?
Well, I mean, yeah. So I think they were doing like the matchup. So the first one was like Trent and Megan.
Yeah.
And they were just like
I'll have
going
to go
through
watch
their
it.
entries, talking. It was interesting. The host that they had was awesome. That guy was great.
I'll have to go watch it.
Yeah, but it was weird. It was like they had like a brand new Twitch channel. They're not even affiliate. Don't even have a sub button.
Yeah.
But there was like
I
1,500
think
people.
they've been on a few times, I think.
Yeah, I guess it just
D
happened
D
in
Johnson over Olave last second?
God, that's tough.
No, don't do it.
I probably agree.
Yeah, don't do it.
But yeah, everybody, good luck with your bets. Unless you're fading us, be sure to tune in tomorrow morning for the Pickett submission show. Go say hello.
See you in the
to-
morning. Low key, iCarly.
Joey.
We'll see you bright and early.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Fucking breakaway. Missed the net.
Yeah, I saw that. That was so beat.
So beat. Capwise coming in with a raid of 24 human beautiful beings.
Cap Wise.
Let's go. Capwise
Let's go,
raid.
Cap Wise.
Drink it,
Chatted sneak units to the Steelers ML, by the way. Sneak Steelers ML, yes. See how it turns out.
Wow, Crab is on here. He is.
Sure.
Sure.
What's up, Nick?
What's up? Nick, if you ever want to play Among Us again, let me know, man. That was fun. It was always the Titans. Yeah, we pivot from never the wagon to Hughes. Wait, what? Wait, what?